Education in Myanmar has been severely disrupted since the coup in 2021. Many schools remain shut as the country is dealing with violence and junta attacks on civilian infrastructure. Let's take a closer look now at what's going on. About a quarter of Myanmar's public schools have been closed during this conflict. That's according to the junta. The most violent parts of the country are the worst affected. Only 38 out of about 1,500 schools in the Chin state continue to operate. The COVID-19 pandemic also disrupted education in the country, and now in some regions, enrollment is down by as much as 80%. The junta has repeatedly targeted schools, hospitals, and other civilian facilities during this war. The opposition NUG, the National Unity Government, has opened more than 4,500 schools, well, actually 4,300 schools in areas under its control. But these too have been attacked by the military. That's according to the NUG. Now, all of this makes the already devastating humanitarian crisis in Myanmar even worse. The economy has collapsed under sanctions and widespread violence, and drug trafficking has intensified. And without enough schools, Myanmar won't get the skilled workforce it needs to generate economic growth. Ja Win is the founder and executive director at the Burma Human Rights Network. He now joins us live from London. Very good to have you on the program, Ja. What will this do to this whole generation of young people who are now unable to access education?
Well, this is a devastating situation for education in Burma. If you see that since 2021, the schools education has been totally disrupted. And before that, the COVID situation also disrupted the educations. And now what's happening is the military is using the air raids to the villages and towns and cities, civilian areas. So there are thousands of schools has been destroyed. In our documentation from one of the Burma Human Rights Network, we've been documenting since 2021. There are 95,000 families have lost their homes. More than 6,000 people have killed. So this is the killing is continued, the bombing is continued, the death is continued, the destruction is continued. And beside that, the military is using a kind of network, informal network. They are allowing them to use the drug trade because that is the economy is totally shut down in Burma. No more economic activities are happening. So people are using drugs very widely now, and that illegal drugs, and these drugs are very dangerous as well. So they are allowing some people to continue this business because they are sharing them some strategic information from the locals. So they are allowing those people. These are mainly young people who've been deployed to drug trafficking across the country. So this is the military system has been, did not only disrupt the education, though the whole life of the young people. And now the new law came in, and that conscription law, the young people have to join the military, and they're using them as a human shield.
Sometimes we talk about something called brain drain when it comes to these things, when young people don't have access to education, so they decide to leave the country and go somewhere else to find education. Do you think that's happening here in Myanmar with young people trying to leave the country to find a better future?
Absolutely happening. This happening long time, not even before coup, even before the coup. The Burma is now based on the system. The country system is based on racisms and religious fanaticisms. So we can, if we can term it at like a religious-based ethno-nationality. That's how the mindset and the system work. So if you are not among the majority community, you will always be isolated. Especially persecution of Muslim is very well known. Muslim cannot join so many jobs, and in banking sector, in many civil sector and private sector, Muslim cannot join. So these are happening in Burma a long time. So the minorities are already leave the country and going to because they need to survive. Their family need to survive. So there are some Muslim villages, you can see the young people have disappeared because they're all working in Malaysia, Thailand, and other neighboring countries, and low-paid jobs. So education is very poor already because they systematically created the system that if you are a minority area, you will not get good teachers, you will not get good educations. just these are the discrimination system is very dangerous, and now that's the result we are facing today.
Ja Win from the Burma Human Rights Network, thank you so much for joining us here on TRT World.